Willis from Rycal Investment Group. I'm the Managing Director of Rycal Investment Group, and welcome to our most recent webinar to talk about the new Carlton James Skywatch In investment product. So the agenda today. I'm going to talk a little bit about Rycal Investment Group, who we are and what we do. I'm going to talk about myself and my colleague Simon Carlton, who's here on behalf of Carlton James Skywatch In. We're going to look briefly at investment options in today's marketplace. We're going to talk about the investment track record we have of offering successful products to our client base. We're going to discuss in depth about Carlton James. Simon's going to talk to you about that as he's the CEO of Carlton James Skywatch In Limited. We're going to talk particularly about Carlton James Skywatch In Jamestown, the hotel they're building in Jamestown, and the investment security behind that. Simon's going to talk about our partner firms, our lawyers and investment administrators. And he's also going to talk to you about the Skywatch Group in the USA. Lastly, I'll discuss our investment process with you, and there'll be a procedure afterwards to be able to submit questions so we can address any questions and provide answers in a future webinar. So first of all, Rycal Investment Group. Rycal Investment Group was established in 2010 with the aim of offering sustainable land and property investment opportunities from around the globe to our client base. So far we've offered 3 different successful investment opportunities, 2 of those with Carlton James Skywatch In, and we'll talk about those a little bit more in a few minutes' time. Rycal's director to over 35 years experience in property investment and also in finance and residential construction. Our primary objective is to make sure our clients are offered investment opportunities that have been thoroughly investigated and researched and provide not only capital growth but sustainable high yields. Our aim is to cut out the myths and misconceptions within the property investment markets and to give clear, concise information to our clients. We offer opportunities to our clients that we're investing in ourselves. All of the products that we offer have been put together initially because we were investing in them ourselves, and then we've made them available to our client base. So I said there's 2 of us here today. My name is Neil Willis. I'm the Managing Director of Rycal Investment Group. I have 22 years experience as an independent financial advisor and property investment advisor in the UK. More recently, I've spent the last 5 years as country manager for an investment company in Brazil, working specifically with high net worth clients in South America. And I have extensive knowledge of the alternative investment marketplace and also the requirements and needs of high net worth international investors. I'm joined by Simon Carlton. Simon's the CEO of Carlton James Skywatch In Limited. He has more than 12 years experience in finance and company structuring and has structured a number of alternative investment products since 2008 based around construction and development in both the US and the UK. He's also a property consultant with more than 10 years experience. So firstly, we're often asked by clients, what are the options to invest in today's marketplace? Well, the first option is to put your money in the bank. Obviously, everyone needs a bank account. However, as a long-term investment strategy, perhaps the returns aren't as good as they could be. US dollar accounts are offering around about, a maximum of 1% per annum return in today's marketplace. You could look at stock market investments. During 2015, in the American markets, the Dow Jones and the S&P 500 were both down, and the Nasdaq, the technology market with smaller stocks, rose by around about 5.5%. So none of those markets provided great performance. You could, of course, invest in individual stocks. However, it has to be actively managed. You need to be in at the right time and out at the right time. You need to buy the right stocks. There are no guarantees, and of course those kind of investments can be very volatile. A lot of our clients have already dabbled in the US property market by buying direct property in the USA. To give you an idea, the USA housing market as a whole rose by between 3 and 4% in 2015. One of the major objections to buying direct property is firstly you need to be hands-on to manage it, particularly if you're renting property out and you're living far away from the property. But also you need to define exit strategy. you can't take part of your money out. In order to realise the investment, you need to sell the property. So based against these options, over the past few years, Raikal Investment Group has been offering a number of different structured products to our client base. The first product we offered was Minnesota Investments Limited. This was investing in direct properties in the USA, in Minnesota particularly, and giving clients the chance to buy into direct properties as part of a fund. So individually, they weren't only owning one property, they were owning a fund across a number of different properties. And that provided a steady return. This started in 2012, and since then, Minnesota Investments have been paying their investors a regular annual return of 12% a year. The second structured investment was our first time dealing with Skywatch Inn, Carlton James Skywatch Inn Limited, and it was called Skywatch Inn Ray. This was launched in November 2013 and was raising funds to build a 100-room hotel in North Dakota. The clients had a fixed-year investment term, and the clients received an annual return of 15% from the project. And after their 2-year investment term, capital was returned with an uplift bonus of an extra 25%. Obviously now being 2016, clients that invested early on have been repaid. So those clients have been repaid, 55% return on investment, 53% net of investment charges for that 2-year investment period. This has been very successful for us. All clients to date have been repaid, all income has been repaid, and we look forward to repaying the rest of the client base as soon as possible. The second investment offering from Skywatch Group was from Skywatch Watford. Again, this was structured by Carlton James Skywatch Inn Limited. This was a similar proposal. It offered clients a fixed-year investment term, again 15% per annum for those 2 years, with an uplift of only 15%. I know the slide says 25%. The uplift was 15% at the end of the 2-year term. That gave clients a total return on investment of 45% over those 2 years. This started in 2015, January 2015, so clients haven't been reached their 2-year term yet, but clients who invested early in 2015 have successfully received their first year, their first 15% for that first year investment. So now I'm going to pass you across to my colleague, Simon Carlton. Simon is here today as CEO of Carlton James Skywatch Inn Limited, and he's going to talk to you specifically about Carlton James Skywatch Inn.
Thank you, Neil. Hi guys, I just wanted to go through the product with you guys and talk to you about what we've done with this new product, which is head and shoulders above the rest. We constantly try and improve our products at every stage. Minnesota Investment was our firstborn, I suppose you could call it, and that slowly got better to our last child, which is Carlton James Skywatch Inn Limited, which has got the best security, the greatest exit strategies, and the best kind of return. Maybe not the best return on investment in respect of percentages, but it has a better payment structure which suits more people. So Carlton James Skywatch Inn Limited. So let's go through the product. Carlton James Skywatch Inn Limited was formed in 2012. It's set up in the BVI. Carlton James Skywatch Inn Limited we also have a sister company that Carlton James Skywatch Inn Limited invests into, which is called Carlton James Skywatch Inn LLC, which is where any US investors invest into. Our BVI company is separate for tax purposes. We issue preference shares to investors, so they get preferential treatment. The shares come with no voting rights, no liability. They come with a fixed return over a fixed term with a clear exit. Carlton James Skywatch In Limited, then through Carlton James Skywatch In LLC, loans money to the Skywatch Group. And the Skywatch Group is a real estate company in the US that mainly focuses on hotels, but they also have a diverse portfolio currently too. The reason why it's tax efficient is because although the investors are investing into a company that loans money to a company in the US, from an efficiency for the investors, and the reason why we've done it this way is because our investors only have to pay tax in their own country, and that's why it's structured this way. So if they're US investors, they'll pay tax in the US, Singapore in the Singapore, UK in the UK, and it just means that you don't have to worry about opening bank accounts in different countries, dealing with accountants in different countries, withholding tax, all those other scary problems that come along with investing overseas nowadays. As I said, it's fixed term and it's fixed returns. The security that we have on the new product is holds security over multiple assets, which we'll go into shortly. And we oversee, as Carlton James Skywatch In Limited, we have a board member on the board of Skywatch Group, and that's myself, and I oversee the exit plan with Skywatch Group and make sure that they're doing everything they should be doing to ensure that our money is safe and that our returns will be returned when they should. This is the latest, the picture, the CGI picture of the latest project in Jamestown. But the good thing about Carlton James Skywatch In Limited, and the good thing about this product, is that we're really investing in Carlton James Skywatch In for us to loan the money to Skywatch Group for them to spend on different projects. So the multiple exit strategies are because there are multiple sites. For instance, currently Skywatch Group owns 5 different sites, has 6 sites under purchase agreement or offer, and has over 25 sites that the due diligence is being carried out on. Some of those sites use financing, others utilize our money as Carlton James, and by spreading that risk, we give ourselves the multiple exit strategies that we really need. So what is the offering for Skywatch Jamestown? Now, I get really excited about these, and when it comes to any questions anyone has, if anyone wants to speak to me personally, I see our group as an investment family. I'm sure that a number of you that are listening to this have been on our other webinars, for which I record most of them, unfortunately for everyone. And one of the main things that we try and do is protect our group and protect ourselves. And the way that we as Carlton James make money is to make sure that our investors continue to make money. And by doing that, referrals, testimonials, reinvestment, this is how we grow the business. So we class ourselves as an investment family. I know that sounds very cheesy, but we really, really work on a long-term investment strategy for our clients and for our introducers' clients, but in short-term phases. And the two products, the two sides of this one product are as such. We've listened to our clients, we've listened to our introducers, and we've realized that some people want the product one way and some people want it another way. So we've structured it in 2 ways. First of all, we've got the income preference shares. So this comes with an income. So this is for those people that want to utilize this product to earn money and help them run their lifestyle. And that comes with a dividend of 3% per quarter, which is payable in arrears. So that works out at 12% per year. And that's over a 2-year term. And at the end of the 2 years, we pay a 10% bonus. So the total return on that product is 34%. It's on the lower end of the percentage return on this product. But the good thing about this, and which is why it works better for most people, is it's better than many other products I see in the marketplace on the basis that it comes with an income. It's paid quarterly, which means that you can utilize this money to manage yourself. The next one is the capital accumulation. This is the compounded interest product. This is for those people that want to put their money away, they don't want to return, and at the end of the period, they want to make their return all in one go. So this comes with a dividend payment of 12% per year, which is then compounded over the 2 years. So you're not paid anything in year 1, but at the end of year 2, you're paid your 2 years worth of 12% compounded. So you're getting paid interest on your interest. And that's over a 2-year term. And at the end of that product, you have a 15% bonus. So this is the way of getting the higher interest, but you don't earn anything for 2 years. And this comes with a total return of investment. It's actually 41.9%, but we've rounded up, of course, because it sounds better, to 42% over 2 years. Security. This is the key component of what we do. There are 3 main parts of an investment strategy, how we see it. And that is, what is the return? We're making sure that the return is achievable, and making sure the return is attractive. Second thing, and I think the most important, is how secure is the investment? How can you make the security on the investment as secure as humanly possible, so that any other parties within the investment product, within the development, will lose before we do, which is the investors, because we're investors the same as you are. We're part of the family too. So obviously all of these products come with a risk. Anything you do in life comes with a risk, and anyone who tells you differently is either lying or uneducated. But so security and making sure you cover all your bases is the most important thing. The security in this investment is there's 4 assets to secure your investment again. First of all, we take a first priority mortgage in the form of a construction loan over the property in Jamestown, North Dakota. Jamestown, North Dakota, which we'll talk about later, sits on the right-hand side of North Dakota, which is right next to Fargo, completely out of oil territory, and close to Minnesota. The land there is worth around about $2.5 million, and that will continue to rise as we loan more money to develop the site. So that'll be a kind of a construction loan. Anyone who's had a construction loan or even looked at developing property, you'll know what that is. We also take a collateral interest, and we own a collateral interest in Skywatch Group. So we own a percentage of Skywatch Group. It's currently 25%. And that ownership gives us the right to place a member of our group on the board, which is myself, and I oversee the board, and I really represent the investors and the needs and requirements of our group. We also have a collateral assignment of equity interest over all of the entities that hold any of the Skywatch Group's properties. Now it says here other 4 properties, which is at 12 million. Now, what will continue to happen is, as we continue to increase those assets within the Skywatch Group will continue to increase that collateral assignment. So every single time a new site is brought on board, Carlton James Skywatch Inn will have that collateral assignment. And that essentially means that until we're paid money back that we are owed, we have the first interest in that site over Skywatch Group. We also have a collateral assignment of Skywatch Group's bank accounts. Skywatch Group has money on in an account at any one time. Obviously, because they're going through construction, they've got bills to pay, but they don't all go out at once. So any spending of those accounts are overseen by Carlton James to make sure there's nothing untoward happening, and we have that collateral assignment over those bank accounts just in case. So with these assets, the clients are completely secure. And actually, going back to the third one with the properties, we've actually just had Skywatch Group put a couple of their sites up for sale. And actually that 12 million is more like 15, based on what they're up for sale for at the moment. I found that out yesterday. So that's quite exciting. Maybe by the time you listen to this, they may have been sold, and that would decrease the any borrowing that Skywatch Group has from Carlton James. So collectively, this collateral package means that Skywatch Group is pledging almost all of its assets to secure its loan to the company, and in addition to just the mortgage over the Jamestown side. Essentially, we tie Skywatch Group up. They're happy because they're getting the funding they require. We're happy because we get that security. You as an investor is happy because you're getting your return, and we as investors are happy because we're getting our return. Every single person that's part of these products and part of these projects is happy. And that's the whole key, is making sure that everyone wins. If everyone wins, we all get to win, we all get to work together again in the future, and that's the goal. That's been the goal from day one, and that has continued to be the goal throughout. We've never had an unhappy customer, not to my knowledge. We've never had anyone not be paid out the returns that they're due, or be paid off, or released from any of the contracts when they're supposed to. So that's a good thing, especially when others in the alternative investment market are faltering because of our moral standing, and because of our structure. We have been able to protect ourselves and our clients against things that are outside of our control, i.e. Global economic crisis, or drop in oil prices. So we'll talk about our partners. The product this time is very complex, and for that we've brought in a partner, an attorney, Cooley LLP. They're out of the US, our office, the office that we work with, but they're a global company. They have 900 lawyers, over 12 offices in the United States, China and Europe. They have 300 partners in single-tier partnerships, 2,000 employees worldwide. They're named one of Fortune's 100 best companies to work for, and their revenue grew by 14% in 912 million last year. And I know that for a fact because I've had a bill from them. They are recognized as one of the top 5 innovative law firms by the Financial Times. And let me tell you this, they've been great in respect of the structure, making sure that our clients and ourselves and Skywatch Group are equally as protected as they should be. Our next partner, and this is something as an additional security for our clients, we brought in a new investment administrator, Maples Fund Services. They're a large fund service and law firm. They've got offices in Boston, the Cayman Islands, Dubai, Dublin, Hong Kong, Luxembourg, Montreal, New York, San Francisco, and Singapore. We work with the Dubai office. They have over $6 billion under management. They're very experienced in investment reporting. They work with Rycal UK to offer support to all clients and introducers. And they're able to receive funds in any denomination of currency. Now, obviously, our investment is in dollars. The minimum investment is $50,000. But we understand that a lot of our clients are in lots of different countries. We're in, I would say, pretty much, we have investors from every continent now, maybe, mostly, majority. The continents that are worth having investment from, I guess. And each of those have different needs. And with Maples, we work with those clients to make sure their needs are met. Maples make sure that we are doing what we should be doing. They also make sure that you as the client are not doing anything untoward also. So it protects us and protects you, and in turn protects Skywatch Group. Next one is just to talk about Skywatch Group. Now I'm going to run through this very, very quickly. I don't want to keep you guys for too long. Skywatch Group has a number of different projects. We have hospitality, which is hotels and restaurants. As I said, hotels, apartments, senior housing, restaurants. The team has over 150 years of combined experience in development. John Seibert, who is the CEO of Skywatch Group, personally has just under 40 years of hospitality development. He's worked as a franchisor for 20 years, a franchisee for almost 20 years. He's developed over 200 properties, owned 16 himself, and he's been selected as Developer of the Year twice. He takes the project from A to Z, or A to Z, as we would call it in the UK. And let me tell you this, that his knowledge is second to none. When we deal with any banks, any cities, any counties, and they work with John Seibert, they are blown away with his professionalism, his experience, his due diligence, and his feasibility studies. They're just amazing. So, I've got a lot of time for John. And it really helps us as Carlton James to feel secure that our money is in safe hands. Development philosophy is get into diverse markets, diverse real estate products, different geographical locations. We deal with kind of mid-sized markets generally, just because they're safer. We look at the needs of the market not wants by using feasibility studies. We bring in professional management, good franchisor, and we make sure that we offer 5-star services at very affordable prices. The Skywatch Group is working with Best Western, Marriott Hotels, Hilton Hotels, and Grand Stay. They're the franchises that Skywatch Group is either working with or intends to work with going forward. Current properties that are under purchase agreement or owned is Jamestown, North Dakota, Columbus, Minnesota. Columbus is great, actually. Columbus is a casino hotel. Jamestown is a conference hotel. Northport is a kind of business hotel, but it's still got that added Florida tourist attraction. Marshall is an up and coming area that just requires the hotel so badly, and then Monticello is so well situated on a main highway. So these are really, really good sites for us. We've also got Blair, Nebraska, just to mix things up with the different states. Future properties, I'll run through these really quickly. You can see we've got lots in Minnesota, Florida, Texas, Wisconsin, South Dakota, and Indiana. This is the Jamestown, North Dakota site. You can see on the site to the left, you've got the hotel, restaurant and conference center. Then on that site, we've also got medical offices, retail, residential, apartment blocks, and a lovely lake. This is a wonderful site next to a medical center on a main strip of highway called I-95. And it's just a great site. There's 140 rooms, a 400-person convention center. The average daily room rate is $115. Average occupancy is 70%. It's a full-service restaurant, exercise facilities, double rooms, wine and beer bar, king executive rooms. And the major kind of generators for this site is the hospital adjacent to the property. The Cavendish Farms. There are so many different industries in Jamestown. It's ridiculous. It is such a wonderful microeconomy. Really have to look that up. Not that you need to. That's what our job is. But honestly, it's a great economy. And when they said they were moving into Jamestown, we were very happy. We were happy to loan them money. We were happy to work with them on those sites. And actually, that has paid off already. 2 of the sites nothing's happened with, and they've gone up by 30% in value. So that's really good, and we got those sites for very, very little anyway. As Jamestown University, and then we also have the major east-west interstate. These are kind of some rough pictures of what the hotels look like inside. That's supposed to be a picture. Not sure why it isn't. There you go. Look, hey. And some of the rooms. See, very standard, very middle of the road rooms. Which is, this is where the sweet spot is. This is where you make good money and you make secured money. Some more pictures. Then we've got some ideas of the different sites. We've got Columbus, Minnesota, which is right next to a racetrack and casino. I won't go into this one in much detail, but it's a wonderful, wonderful development. Really, really is going to work well for us. Rooftop terrace bar overlooking the racetrack. I mean, it's a great, great site. This goes through the night generators, so it's next to a horse track and casino. It's next to a national sports centre, which has it's the biggest football sports centre in the world, and it's right next to the Twin Cities, which is Minneapolis, St. Paul. We've got Northport, Florida, which is the other site. Marshall, Minnesota, Monticello, Minnesota, and then Blair, Nebraska. And that's really, from my point of view, everything I need to go through. I'm sure that Neil will go into this later, but any questions you've got regarding our product, feel free to come back to us. It is by far not only the best product that we've done, but I would say the best product on the marketplace. And I would say that, obviously, but I think it's a great product, and I'm really, really excited about getting you guys on board. So thanks very much.
Thanks, Simon. So it's just left me to address the investment process, which is surprisingly straightforward. Investments are from a minimum of $50,000 US, and all investments are made in US dollars. There's no maximum. You basically choose the product, whether you prefer the income version or the capital accumulation version. Complete the simple share subscription document, which is the application form to make the investment into Carlton James Skywatch Inn Limited. There's a deposit to be paid, in some instances of $500 to Reichel Investment Group. If the deposit is asked for, it comes off your investment amount, so it's not an extra fee. Okay. The balance of funds then transferred directly to Maples Fund Services, who are the investment administrator. They operate an account in Bank of New York in America, and they have the facility to take equivalent amounts in any currency to match the US dollar investment. From there, they issue the preference shares to you. In a welcome pack, you become an investor, and there's nothing else for you to do. This investment is fully managed. You don't have to actively manage it. So you can sit back and wait to receive your quarterly income, or indeed wait to receive your compounded interest at the end of the 2-year fixed term. So as Simon mentioned, we'd welcome the questions you may have. You'll see a comments box below this presentation. Please add any comments into the comments box and they'll filter back to us, and we'll address your questions by giving answers in an upcoming webinar. So that's it for today. Thank you for listening, and we look forward to providing more information to you in the very near future.